Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and if it isn't an incredibly wet day to be recording Paper Mario: The Origami King, then I don't know exactly what it is you want me to tell you, but here we are in the Water Elemental Temple. Previously on the game, we explored most of it, and we discovered a very secret, very high-tech operation in the back of the temple that was being operated by a couple of Bowser's minions, and they fed us coffee. And as you know, I'm a pretty big fan of it. But upon completing a couple more puzzles and getting into more unnecessary battles, we find ourselves here at the mouth of the boss. And if there's one thing that I want to bring attention to, is the water out here. Now generally, I'm a pretty big fan of stylized water depending on what medium it is, whether it's Paper Mario here where it kind of looks like it's made of felt, or Yoshi's Woolly World where it's actual felt, or you know, the Lego movie where it's Lego studs. For some reason or another, Nintendo seems to have cracked the code on how to render the world's most realistic water. Like, this looks like it belongs nowhere near a Nintendo game, let alone a Paper Mario game. And for whatever reason, they just kind of dropped the act after 10 seconds and they're like, here, we're gonna go back to old water and you're gonna like it, but we'll give you a taste of what the future could be. Without further ado, it's time for our second Elemental boss. Surprise! Holy downgraded visual effects, Mario. It's the Water Elemental. Someone folded it up. It doesn't look like the stone face in the main room, but actually, if anything, being folded up like Origami made it look more like the stone face than it probably did before. All right, let's try to bop it back to its former glory. Let's do it indeed. And prepare for further downgrades in visual quality to the water spouts behind it because, like I mentioned, they just kind of gave up after a second. I wish they had stuck with the water that was outside, but look at them. Look at them go. They look worse than ever before. How did you expect the Water Elemental to control water at all then? Anyways, the gimmick for this fight are the little water spouts that are going to wipe out everything in its path. So that +1 and that dash, it's going to be gone unless we move it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to activate this on switch for those magic circles. And the reason why you want to do it now is because later on it actually gets a lot more difficult. So I'm actually also going to put the 1 there so we can get an extra command. And you'll see there is a ×2 multiplier. And I think in most cases it would be in your best interest to just go for the extra command over the additional power because it's not a true ×2 against a boss. So it's kind of dumb in that respect, but there they go. Dang. Oh no, wash the panels away. Come on, Water Elemental, stop making waves. Yeah, so over the course of the battle, you're gonna have more panels get washed away, but our first hint is to bring it down with the jump and then follow it up with our hammer. And it's gonna be good for other phases of the fight. So we have an additional action command, and we're just gonna probably jump with our regular boots. The hammer, when it's on the ground, is definitely its weak point, so if anything, that's when you should use your shiny weapon. And I think we'll go and do that. We'll go with the shiny hammer just to do some extra damage. I don't think we necessarily need to since there's a mandatory final phase, but still want to make sure we get those action commands in. And if you're not too confident with your timing, go ahead and use it just for that extra attack. And there we go. 18. So only a sliver of her health, but we get slapped. Ooh. Yeah, kind of an annoying move and mandatory damage, but she's sucking up some water. Real thirsty there? Huh, she look a little waterlogged to you? No, she looks kind of pregnant actually. Yeah, super strong, super deadly sponge. So, seeing as how she is still on the ground here, we should probably make it a battle cry to have ourselves do something along the lines of, actually, I will just keep going in a circle. Let's move this over here so that we can rotate this little thing closer. I'm gonna do plus command, and then we'll do this. You can still use the 1000-fold punch, but it's not gonna be as effective until the very end. So we're gonna come all the way over here since we're losing a lot of things. I'm double checking some things just in case, but I think this is probably as good as we're gonna go. And I'll probably just use regular hammer moves here, but generally, she's not the hardest. I'm actually, I'm a little, I don't know, conflicted on this one. It's not the hardest, but still, it's a little time consuming. So just a couple of regular hammers, a couple excellents. There we go. How are these toads not getting soaked, by the way? And there we go. So we're doing plenty of damage. And a mandatory phase at the end of the fight is just, it kind of makes having to do, you know, extra damage early on kind of pointless. So maybe don't waste your shiny hammer. All right, so phase 3, she's back up in the air. In phase 3, I'm at turn 3. And there are more water spouts. So we're gonna have to jump on her again, which means we need the double command. So I will go ahead and probably move that right there, which is good. And we'll actually, yeah, we'll go straight for it. So we'll go with this also. We'll do that for the extra command, and we need the fight. We also need to fight. I want to see. So we keep going that way. If I do something like this, if I bring it like all the way over here, what is getting destroyed? It's still getting destroyed, so it'd be useless to do that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could find a way to get that ×2 in there, but I probably shouldn't get too ahead of myself. Let's just do what we know is gonna survive us, you know? And we'll be fine. Or we could just go straight ahead, couldn't we? Actually, it wouldn't even make a difference. Or would it? Yeah, alright. Sorry, I'm just checking all my options. I don't like doing these battles the same way twice, and on that note, I don't even remember how I did it last time. But there we go. Okay, so we gotta jump, and I will go ahead and use a shiny hammer, just to make sure we get some good damage done. And on the after the third turn, we're gonna wanna be careful because she's gonna unleash an ultimate attack. And you wanna be careful with that because it can do over half of your damage, and it is not good. But there is a way that we can combat it. So there we go. Ooh, an 8 that time. Nice. All right, so she left a little bit of health there for us. And it's at this point when she is, yeah, fit to burst. Yeah, someone call a doctor. It's getting ready for something big, Mario. Brace yourself. So this is where we're going to want to use the Earth of Elemental Magic Circle. There are now 4 spouts, which are going to cause us trouble, but luckily for us, I think, let's just go ahead and do something like this. We'll go over here. That'll get us the health, because before it was going to get washed away, and I kind of want it just in case. I don't, So we at least need this here. We don't need to be right up next to her, but it's to help prepare against this attack is more or less why we're doing it. So if we have like a ×2 multiplier, it's not going to do anything. Extra action command won't do anything. So there's like nothing else really to grab. Here, I'll try ×2. It's not a move that is going to even hit, but we should be fine. So let's try it. I'm just curious because I want to see. I just want to see. And this heart should give us, I think, 30, right? Yeah, all right, back to snuff. All right, here we go. It's Mario's turn. Let's activate it. It's time for the Elemental Showdown. Oh my god, that slowdown is atrocious, and it's probably going to be worse here. So it does no damage, but because we're elevated, we're not going to get hit by this. And it can be pretty devastating. So watch out. So after she unleashes her ultimate technique, rising up and out of the way just saved us. Thank you. That attack really wore the water elemental out. Now's our chance. This is where you want to use the 1000 technique. Or 1000 whatever move thing. So what we need to do actually is we can probably get right up on her. So go straight here. We need actually no. What we need to do is something like this. We need to activate it before we go onto it. But we also need to, oh boy, do this. And we don't need to get right up on her, but that's about as good as we're gonna get. So let's do it. As my voice cracks a little bit. It's the first recording session of the day. And this is the only time this is really going to be effective. So prepare yourself. And if you have motion controls, watch your microphone. All right, let's grab her and hit. Okay. So you can't, I have not been able to kill her on that move, which is really unfortunate. So we get this last phase, and this is the trickiest one. This is one that we definitely want to go for the extra command and probably our shiny boots, just to be on the safe side. So we'll use the hammer or the arrows. We don't need to move much. So we'll go straight down here. Actually, we're pretty much fine. If I do something like this, we can attack, and then I can also do something dumb like this, right? Like, whoops, this way. And then I can rotate it like that. So that'll do extra damage and an additional command, I think. That's kind of what it looks like to me. So let's do it. Here we go. You're going down, old water dragon. It was fun, I guess, for a minute. Here we go. We probably don't even need the shiny boots, so let's just go with regular and see how much we do. It's not gonna be twice as much. And regular old hammer. Here we go. You're going down, my friend. Sorry to say. Ooh, ooh, and yep, one more hammer. All right. There your days, nerd. You're done. Oh yeah. How do I look? Am I dignified and cool like the water elemental? Yeah, not exactly. She feels extremely well hydrated. Good for you. Oh, oh no, that's not. Oh, that's not what that means. How can the water look that good, but only like 10% of the time? Now we can fill that dried lake back up for sure, completely destroying the new ecosystem that inhabits it, and you know what, a big F you to old plate tectonics and Mother Nature. Don't worry about me. But yeah, that was the boss, and that was pretty lengthy, so let's get the heck out of here because I am done with this place. And I did enjoy this area for what it was worth. It was nice, it was relatively simple, and it's also very reminiscent of Zelda temples, and that's something you're going to see over the course of the rest of the game, is the similarities between this and that. Which, speaking of, a Paper Legend of Zelda would be incredible. I'm waiting for it. Yeah, the water elemental was so cool and we got a new power! He's like, I don't really care. So I'm just an awesome water monster. That's fine, it's cool, maybe I'll meet it some other time. Don't worry, you'll see its power in action soon enough. Let's head back to the lake and try the water elemental's ability. Indeed, wake up. All right, let's get out of here. Welcome back to the game. I actually haven't ended the video yet, but I probably will here shortly. But first, we actually need to go this way. And I think we'll be fine. So let's be a little bit on the safe side. Jump over here and take a quick little exit, nice little shortcut that still doesn't make any sense to me. Like how? Are we just going super fast? How are we not, like, dead? All right. Well, with that having been said and done, ladies and gentlemen, I would say join me next time well, here, let's actually activate it. And then we'll see what happens. Join me next time as we... Wait, where do we end? How long have we been going? Is that 16 minutes? Okay, next time we will activate it. I don't want to show that transformation twice, but it still looks cool every time. So I'll see you guys later. Cheep Cheeps, you're gonna have a home here soon, I promise. Poor bastards.